Hello mates, welcome to the West 6 Mixology podcast. I'm Scotty Clark and our show today is about a tropical holiday cocktail that's about to become your new festive obsession. We're talking silky smooth coconut rum Coquito. But here's the twist. We're adding a champagne sparkle to make it absolutely spectacular. Now, if you've never experienced Coquito before, imagine if eggnog went on a Caribbean vacation and came back with a serious tan and a much better attitude. This Puerto Rican classic is traditionally made with coconut cream, sweetened condensed milk, and a generous pour of rum. But today, we're elevating it to celebration status with some bubbly champagne on top. I know what you're thinking. Champagne and coconut rum, does that really work together? Trust me, this combination is like finding out your two favourite friends actually get along brilliantly at a party. The creamy, rich Coquito base provides this luscious foundation, and then that champagne float adds this elegant effervescence that cuts through the richness beautifully. Whether you're hosting a holiday gathering, looking for something special to serve at New Year's, or just want to treat yourself to something decadent on a Tuesday afternoon, this cocktail has got you covered. So grab your shaker, chill those champagne flutes, and let's dive into making this absolutely divine drink. Picture this. Somewhere in a Puerto Rican kitchen, an abuela is wielding a blender like a weapon of mass celebration, combining coconut, rum, and holiday magic into something so dangerously delicious that families guard their recipes like nuclear launch codes. We're talking about Coquito, the Caribbean's answer to eggnog, except better, because it's essentially liquid coconut cream pie with a rum-fueled attitude problem. And here's what makes this drink absolutely brilliant. It's not some bartender's invention from a swanky cocktail lounge. No. This emerged from home kitchens, passed down through generations of women who understood that the holidays needed something richer than wine, smoother than whiskey, and more culturally loaded than anything you'd find in a cocktail book. The beauty of Coquito is that nobody can agree on who invented it, because the truth is, it wasn't invented, it evolved. Imagine Puerto Rico in the mid-20th century, experiencing this post-war economic boom with families straddling two worlds. The Spanish colonial traditions of egg-based holiday drinks like rompope, and the Caribbean reality of coconut palms swaying outside every window. Someone, probably dozens of someone simultaneously, had the brilliant idea to marry these worlds together. Take the concept of European holiday cream drinks, swap the eggs for coconut, add the local rum that's flowing like water, and suddenly you've got a drink that says, "I'm home," in a language that transcends borders. Now here's where it gets culturally fascinating. Coquito became more than just a drink. When Puerto Rican families migrated to New York, Florida, Chicago, they brought their recipes like precious cargo. In cold northern winters, far from the island, making Coquito became an act of cultural resistance, a liquid connection to identity. While neighbors drank their eggnog, Puerto Rican households were blending up batches of Coquito, and gradually bottles started crossing cultural lines. That Italian neighbor, that Irish co-worker, that Jewish friend, they'd get a bottle, taste it, and suddenly they're trying to charm the recipe out of someone's grandmother. Fat chance. These recipes are guarded with the intensity of state secrets, because every family swears their version is the definitive one. The genius of Coquito's timing lies in a Puerto Rican invention that changed everything: cream of coconut. When Coco López hit the market in the mid-50s, it democratized this drink. Before that, making Coquito meant grating fresh coconuts, extracting the milk through cheesecloth, labor so intensive it was reserved for major celebrations. But suddenly, crack open a can and you've got consistent, rich, sweet coconut cream ready to go. This is the same ingredient that would later make the pina colada famous, but Coquito got there first in Puerto Rican hearts. Let's talk about what makes this liquid magic work, because understanding these ingredients is like understanding the architecture of comfort itself. You're looking at 4 different dairy and coconut products working in concert, and each one has a specific job. Start with that cream of coconut. This is your foundation, your sweetness, your primary coconut flavor. It's thick, intensely sweet, almost candy-like. And here's the critical thing. It separates in the can. You've got to warm it, stir it thoroughly, get those coconut solids and oils reunited. Because if you don't, your batch will be inconsistent. And consistency is everything in a drink you're serving to 20 people.
My name is Tom Sachs. I'm an artist in New York City. For nearly 2 decades, I have been collaborating with Nike.
Nike running is for runners, Nike basketball is for basketball. Nike craft is for everyone else.
Then you've got full-fat coconut milk, which adds depth and nuttiness without extra sweetness. This isn't the same as cream of coconut. Don't confuse them, or you'll end up with something either too sweet or not sweet enough. The coconut milk brings authentic coconut flavor, the kind that tastes like actual coconut instead of coconut candy. Sweetened condensed milk comes next, providing silky sweetness and that cooked milk flavor. Those subtle caramelized notes that make you think of childhood and kitchen safety. Plus, the sugar content acts as a preservative, which matters when you're batching a dairy drink. Evaporated milk rounds it out, adding richness without excess sweetness, giving you that familiar dairy character that makes this feel related to eggnog, even though they're very different animals. The rum is where family philosophy diverges dramatically. Traditional choice is Puerto Rican white rum, Don Q being the island favorite, though Bacardi works with its Puerto Rican heritage. Light rum lets the coconut shine without competition. But some families swear by aged rum, bringing molasses and oak into the equation, making it deeper, more complex, more sophisticated. The real controversy is how much. You need enough for preservation. This is a dairy drink living in your fridge for weeks, so adequate alcohol is food safety, not just party strategy. But too much, and you've made something that requires cautionary tales instead of casual sipping. Spices are the holiday signal, the aromatic cue that this isn't just coconut milk with rum. Cinnamon dominates, providing that warm, sweet, woody character that screams celebration in every culture that's encountered it. Nutmeg adds complexity, that slightly pine-like quality with its strange, numbing sweetness. Some families add cloves, but here's where you need a light touch. Cloves are powerful, beautiful in small doses, overwhelming if you get cocky. The spices need to be evenly distributed, which is trickier than it sounds in a fat-heavy liquid where things don't dissolve so much as suspend. Making coquito is more cooking than bartending, more like preparing ice cream base than mixing a cocktail. You're not shaking with ice, not stirring with precision tools, you're blending, creating an emulsion of multiple fat sources that naturally want to separate. Here's the technique. Warm that cream of coconut first, get it smooth, no lumps, no shortcuts. Throw all your dairy and coconut products in a blender, and I mean all of them, because you need serious blending power to integrate these fats properly. Blend until it's completely unified, smooth, no streaks, no separation. You're incorporating some air here, which actually helps the texture, making it lighter than it would be otherwise.
Building a new product? Temez Labs takes you from napkin sketch to the App Store. Trusted by Fortune 500s for quality, security, and speed. Book your free strategy session at temez.ai.
Add your spices and vanilla to the blended dairy mixture. Pulse it just enough to distribute evenly. Too much blending and you've got foam. Too little and the spices clump. Here's the critical part. Add the rum last. If you add alcohol too early, it interferes with emulsion formation. Blend briefly on low, just enough to incorporate. Now transfer everything to glass containers, never plastic, which absorbs flavors and imparts that terrible plastic taste to something this precious. Drop whole cinnamon sticks in for continued infusion. Seal tight, refrigerate. And here's where patience becomes virtue. You cannot serve this immediately. Fresh Coquito tastes raw, separated, like its component parts haven't agreed to become a team yet. Give it 24 hours minimum, 3 to 5 days ideally. During this time, flavors marry, spices infuse, everything mellows and integrates. The Coquito will separate during storage. This is normal, expected, not a sign of failure. Before every serving, shake vigorously, every single time. This isn't optional. Separation means some pours will be thick and intense, others watery and weak, and that's unacceptable. The variations on. All right, thank you for joining us for the West 6 podcast. Drink responsibly, and if you had a good time, press follow and rate our show 5 stars. This is Scotty signing off. May your troubles be lighter than your cocktails.
Grab news. Thomas.